Yeah, so I'm about to start class. What's up? If you can, some kosher drink. That's all. Okay. All right. How everybody feeling, man? Everybody good? All right. Today's lesson is called "The Power of the Fruits of the Spirit." Let's get Ephesians 6 and 12 real quick. Let me ask this question, man. Who's your enemy, brothers? Who else? Esau. Okay. We know that one, right? That's a popular one. Huh? The flesh, right? All those answers are correct. I want to focus on the fruits of the Spirit. Who knows what the fruits of the Spirit are? Anybody ever heard of the fruits of the Spirit? I know, Mosh. I know you've heard of the fruits of the Spirit. Anybody else heard of the fruits of the Spirit? Yeah? You ever read about them in Ephesians? Yeah. The fruits of the Spirit are very important. I think that we kind of overlook the fruits of the Spirit a lot as being a necessity in the Hebrew community. I'm gonna share something with y'all. When I was in a Christian church, it was all about love, peace, prosperity, joy, happiness, right? And I'm gonna confess something to y'all. When I became an Israelite, I realized that it was okay to hate. Right? See, when I was a Christian, I thought you can't hate the white man because you gotta love him. You gotta love everybody, right? That's a flawed view, right? Because we know the scriptures tell us that we gotta hate the evil and love the good, right? But when I became a Hebrew, you know what happened to me? Or not when I became a Hebrew, because I've always been a Hebrew. But when I became aware of the knowledge that I was a Hebrew, you know what happened to me? Come in, it's open. It's open. Come on in. Come on in. It's all right. Come on in. What's up, Bob? When I became aware that I was an Israelite, right? I lost something in me. I gained more aggression. What's up, Bob? I gained more aggression knowing that I was an Israelite, and I lost a lot of the love and the compassion that the scriptures still speak about. So even though we understand that it's okay to hate Esau, it's okay to want to cut Esau's head off, and we do that, right? But what I lost is I lost the love and the compassion for my brothers. Because a popular belief in the Hebrew community is that Hebrews is just on the go. We on the go. We on the go. We on the go, right? We rebuke, cut, strong, power. We lost the compassion. We lost the fruits of the Spirit. This is why in certain Hebrew doctrines, the world can say that we are a hate group, right? Which they're always going to say that. But sometimes we give them the reason to say we're of a hate group. We give them that. But the scriptures, we cannot forget, the scriptures talk about love, joy, peace, right? Brotherhood, right? Let's read that. Get Ephesians chapter 6 and read. Let's start at verse 12. Ephesians 6 and 12. Yep.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood,
right?
But against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Now, the scripture says we wrestle not against flesh and blood. So are we really, we're in the flesh, right? Right now, everybody knows that, right? We're in the flesh. But when I ask you who's your enemy he transcends the flesh. Your flesh is just a vessel of where your spirit is. There's spiritual wickedness in high places. Right now, there's spiritual warfare going on right now as we speak. Now, the question is, now that we know that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, how do you wrestle against the spirit? Can you fade a spirit? Can you put boxing gloves on and box the spirit? Not at all. How do you fight it? What are the tools? What are the ways, right? Let's keep reading. Was that all of that?
Yeah.
All the 12? Yeah. Okay, so now let's go from there and let's go to Galatians 5 and 22. I'm going to show you how to fight. You got that recap.
Chapter 5, verse 22.
Right.
But the fruits of the Spirit is love, joy.
See, a lot of people tell you in the world, if you got love and you got joy, you'll get ran over, right? In the streets, they tell you, hey, look, you moving in love and respect and joy and happiness, they'll take your kindness for weakness. And what would they do? They'll run over you. But now in the spirit, love, joy, right? We're going to keep reading.
Peace, long suffering.
Peace, long suffering. These attributes help you fight in the spirit, right? Read.
Gentleness, goodness, faith.
Gentleness, goodness, faith, right? All of these things are beautiful attributes. These are of the spirit. Love, faith, joy, goodness, long suffering, meaning you got to be long suffering with your brother, with your sister, with your wife, with your kids. These principles, I'm going to show you how these principles and these things create peace, right? Tranquility, and keeps a right government established, and keeps us by keeping the commandments if we have these attributes, right? Keep reading.
Meekness, temperance.
Meekness, temperance. Read.
Against such, there is no law.
There's no law against these things. Is there a law against love? Is there a law against temperance? Is there a law against peace? There's no laws against these things, right? So since there's no laws against these things, what happens? We automatically, when we keep these things, if there's no law against it, that means we keep what? We're establishing the law. I'm going to show y'all, right? Now, what happened when I became in the Hebrew knowledge and knowing that I was an Israelite, I seen less of teaching of love, peace, joy, happiness, and I seen more of anger, rage, right? Which is okay. I display that. We all display that on the street sometimes. But we left and we forgot that it has to be a healthy balance of peace, of joy. What does the Most High love? He loved Israel, right? But think about it. Why was David so pivotal to the Most High? But it was something else that is one, and we're going to touch on that. But it was something that David actually had within his heart. There you go. David was pure in heart. Understand? Why was Moses chosen? There you go. And Moses was what? Sincerity of heart. See, when you lack sincerity of heart, see, you can keep commandments, you can keep your fringes, you can keep Sabbaths, you can walk around with your head covered, your beard. But if you lack compassion in your heart and love, the Most High is still not dealing with you. And that's the most scary thing, because what we fail to realize in 2020, we fail to realize that, okay, yeah, we keeping laws now, but didn't our people keep laws and fall? Yeah. Didn't all our people, when they fell away from the Most High, they knew the laws. They knew the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. So why did the Most High God take their spirit away from them? I'm going to show you why. Right now, let's go from there and let's read Galatians 5:19. Read that.
Verse 19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication.
Adultery, fornication. Read.
Uncleanness, lasciviousness.
Uncleanness, right? Lasciviousness. Let's look up that word, lasciviousness. Who got it? Anybody can look it up on their phone. Whoever got it, get that there. Well, I want you guys to really understand what these words mean. So we're going to get the definition as we go to get an understanding of what these words mean. All right? Because if you have any of these attributes inside of you, the love of God is not there. Period. You cannot fake and act like you love God, because God knows your heart. We're going to get some examples of this in the scriptures. You got to go ahead.
It's a strong sexual desire.
A strong sexual desire. So if you got a spirit of fornication on you, a spirit of lasciviousness on you, a spirit of adultery, right? And it transcends just the physical act of adultery. We're going to get that. Most High said, when you what? Think of another man's wife, you have already committed adultery in your heart. Why? Because first comes the thought, and then the action follows. So if you got secret hate towards your brother, you might not say nothing. You might keep it a secret. But pretty soon, the act is going to follow. pretty soon you're going to act in a way because that thought has manifested inside of your heart. Right? So sexual strong desires. The brothers all out there want to be whoremongers, right? We all know brothers can have multiple wives, right? We all know, but now you got to be careful with that because there's still a spirit of whoremongering. The Most High tells you not to be a whoremonger. So you got a brother that is not adequately equipped to have another wife, but he's constantly talking about women and want women. You got to check that, brother. Like, I know we can have more than one wife. Hold on. You got to make sure that you're moving in the spirit of the Mashiach, in the spirit of peace, love, and the commandments, and not in the spirit of whoremonger. Well, you see brothers posting all day on Facebook about women. And you might be like, I think that brother got a spirit of a whoremonger on him. You understand? Or maybe you make that brother that's always contentious. He's always angry, always mad, right? Always has a problem. You see, that brother got a contentious spirit right there. The Most High is not dwelling. He can wear fringes all he wants. He can have a beard or anything. A sister, same with the sister. Sister can have dresses on. Sister can have fringes on. Sisters can have the most beautiful head wraps. They can do the little challenge. What's the challenge called? Sisters can be all in the don't rush challenge and be wicked as hell. And the Most High is not with you, right? Let's keep reading. Let's get some more attributes.
Verse 20. Idolatry.
Idolatry. Brothers dealing with idolatry. The cross, right? We're going to talk about that later, but I'm going to be honest. The Star of David, that's an idol, right? The cross, Star of David. What? The crescent moon. All these things are idols. Brothers hold on to. So if any brother's harboring in that spirit, let's get even further. You idolize a person so much to where he can get you to contradict the scriptures. That's dangerous too. If you got any of these traits, guess what? You got a second. Is the Most High really in me? When you idolize whatever you like to idolize over the Most High God, when you put these things over the Most High God, that you got to be careful. That's dangerous, right? Let's keep reading. Read.
Witchcraft, hatred, variance.
Witchcraft, hatred. That's a big one right now. You see that all in Israel right now. We see a whole bunch of hatred in Israel right now. Slandering, talking about backbiting, going Facebook Live, talking about camps, doing this, being mad, calling brothers out, false accusers. Don't we see that all in the nation? By brothers that know they're Israelites, right? Sisters getting on, going crazy. I mean, Israel, sometimes we look crazy, right? But now if you got the fruits of the spirit, can any of these things reign inside of you? You can't have love and hate in one spirit. Scriptures say either you'll hate the one and love the other, or you'll hate the other and love the one. Which one you gonna choose? You can't have a hateful spirit against your brother and an evil eye against your brother and think that you got the spirit of the Mashiach in you. You deceive yourself if you believe so. Let's keep reading. Read.
Emulation, wrath, strife.
Emulations. Let's look up that word. Emulation. Whoever got it, let's look up emulations. Let's get that. Shalom, brothers and sisters online. All praises to the Most High. Let's get emulation. Go ahead, you got it. Go ahead.
It's basically jealousy with a rivalry in the spirit.
Con. Did you get I want the definition.
No, that's what it said.
Oh, okay. Read the definition though. I want to read it.
Jealousy. Rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it said.
Right. Jealousy, rivalry. And that brother, I don't like that brother, man. How are those brothers listening to that brother, man? I don't like that. Brother did a beautiful lesson. Didn't Iram do a beautiful lesson Saturday? Who was there? He did a beautiful lesson. Guess what? And that brother did a good lesson. He did a good lesson. I don't like that. I'm supposed to be the only one that brother say I had a good lesson. You see that? You know what? So next time I teach, I'm going to outdo that, Jake. Is the spirit of Mashiach inside of you? See, because what the scary thing, and we're going to get examples of that, because the scary thing is when you have these attributes, the Most High would slowly take away your spirit from you. You won't even know it. That's the scary part about it. Go ahead.
Y'all see that spirit on me and Roger? Hey, y'all check us at the door.
Please.
Y'all gotta check us out. Because sometimes it's scary out and he gonna bring it out. Brothers don't see it. We seen it. This brother in his 10 years, in my 3 years, I seen brothers with these spirits, and they don't know it. And it's the responsibility of the Akim, because y'all see things we don't see. Chad, hey, I got a little spirit of pride. You tone it down a little bit. Now check me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not above the law. You know what I'm saying? He not above the law, okay? I'm demanding that of y'all, like real shit. I'm really demanding that of y'all to check us at the door. You know what I'm saying? I know our ribs will, but I really want y'all to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all can see it. Sometimes, man, we don't see these spirits. He gonna get to it though.
It's cold. Man, it's cold. Sometimes a brother be in delusion. Man, that spirit. I think the scariest thing in this walk to me is the spirit of delusion. I say it all the time, but that is scary. Who knows what delusion is? Okay, let's get definition. Look up the word delusion. Let's get that. Let's get it. I want y'all to really understand how serious delusion is. It's a lot of brothers that's delusional. Let's get it. Whoever got it first. Look that up. Go ahead. If you got it, go ahead. Read it.
False belief or opinion.
A false belief or opinion. A lot of brothers, what? Cast over that vain what? Vain opinions. So now it's no longer about scripture. It's about opinion now. And you believe it. You ever met a person that lie and believe they lies? I think that's the worst person. That believe the lie though. It's like, bro, I know you lying. You like, nah, I'm really not lying. I'm like, bro, I know you lying, dude.
I was there.
I seen you take the cake. Bro, I really didn't take the cake. Bro, I seen it. Then 3 more people come. I seen you. I really didn't. That's the worst day. Because he really believed. You got to low-key sit back like this. Jake really believe he didn't. That's scary. That's scary when it comes to the law, right? We're gonna get into some examples of that, right? Because when you have that, that's why the brother said, check us at the door. When you start seeing some pride or anything, it's no high, low. You tell a brother, hey, bro, I think you're moving in a little bit of pride. You wasn't like that in the beginning. You kind of moving. Brothers got to be able to check that. No one's above correction, right? That's love. Love is not suffering sin on your brother. If you see any of these, if you see fornication, don't think that it won't happen. I'm going to use the Nation of Islam as an example. It happened with them. So-called Elijah Muhammad, he probably started off as a sincere brother, but what happened? Malcolm X started seeing this brother, he got a whoremonger spirit on him. He loving pretty women. Brother got so high up, nobody could correct him, and that's why they sabotaged him. You see that? In every strong organization, you can see that these attributes, when they creep in, it kills the organization. Kills it. I'm going to tell y'all what's going to beat BOW right now. Y'all want me to tell y'all what's going to beat BOW? Believers of the way, if we allow it to? These traits right here. Y'all know what's going to save us? The fruits of the spirit. Let's keep reading. Watch this. Read.
Emulation, wrath, strife, seditions,
wrath, strife, seditions. Let's get seditions real quick. And heresies. I gotta get some of these, man, because I really want brothers to understand. Let's get that definition. What I say, seditions?
Sedition.
Yeah. Whoever got it. Go ahead. If you got it, just go. Yeah.
Sedition is any action promoting rebellion.
Any action promoting. Hey, D talking to Chad. Hey, man. I don't really like when Rata and Iran, they said this. Did you feel that way? Chad. Hey, I did kind of feel that way, man. I did. Mosh. Hey, Mosh, did you? Now, guess what? It's 3 people. They talking amongst themselves. What the scriptures say do, though? Matt, go to the brother and talk to him. But instead, the spirit is allowed to. Now, everybody, guess what? Now, next thing you know, it's 10 brothers that feel the same way. They going throughout the camp, starting heresy, sedition, spreading rumors. And then, whammy, Iram or whoever's in charge, get the hit. Hey, I didn't even know all y'all brothers had an issue. Well, it's too late now. We leaving. That's sedition. Does that happen all the time? That's how camps and bodies break and fall. See what I'm doing? Now, let's keep reading. Watch this.
Verse 21. Envying, murders, drunkenness, raveling.
Envyings. Brothers start having envyings and evil eyes, right? Murders, drunkenness, meaning substance abuse, read.
Revelings, and such, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in the times past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High.
If you have any of these attributes, we already know the big ones, right? We know fornication. We know that. But if you got envy in your heart, you might have not even said anything. But if you got envy in your heart, guess what? You're not making that kingdom of God. Period. Right. So now let's go from there and let's get Mosh, you can pick it up if you got it. Let's get Galatians 5. We got that. Let's go to Genesis 3 and 22. So the power of the fruits of the spirit. Let me show y'all something real quick. So let's get Genesis, and we're going to read 3 and 22.
Genesis chapter 3 and verse
I want to
22.
take us to the beginning because the root to all sin is in these traits. And the root to beat sin is in the fruits of the spirit. Let's read that.
And the Lord God said, behold, the man is become as one of us, to know good and evil.
Mm-hmm.
And now, lest he put forth his hand and take also of the tree of life and eat and live forever.
Right. He said, man has become like us, knowing good and evil. Now, the scripture says that everything is created in a balance, right? How can you know good without knowing evil? Right? So the Most High created hot, cold, up, down, right? Fast, slow. Everything is a contrast. Good, evil, right? Most High said he become like us. We're made in the image of him. But now, at this time in the garden, we had no recollection of evil until we broke the commandments of the Most High God. It's kind of like, let me put it to you like this. It's kind of like when I was a kid. I'm gonna give you an example. When I was a kid, who grew up in them old-fashioned homes where you only could eat the vegetables. You had to eat the vegetables first before you ate the chicken, right? I grew up like that. My grandma from the South. She was like, nobody touched the chicken until all the vegetables is gone. And then nobody touched your juice until all your food is gone, right? So when I went to regular daycare, my grandma moved away or not, and I went to regular daycare, me and my relatives, we looking at all the kids just drinking juice, eating their food, not eating their vegetables, but eating their chicken first, and I'm confused. But I'm still eating my green peas first. I don't like lima beans, so I'm chunking the lima beans, chewing fast and swallowing it. So my daycare provider, she comes up to us and she's like, why are you guys only eating your vegetables first? We was like, we thought we had to. She was like, no, eat whatever. So we pick up the chicken and I'm like, I bite it slow because I'm like, this is not, I'm used to only eating my vegetables first, then eating my chicken, in that order. The reason why I use that narrative is because it's the same narrative in the garden. Adam didn't know nothing else. Eve didn't know nothing else. They only knew right. The snake came, whispered in their ear. My daycare provider was that snake. You don't have to do that. Oh, I don't? Oh, now to this day, I eat my chicken. I'll be eating my chicken, then I go, I eat it. But you see how them good habits was broken? That's the same thing that happened in the Garden of Eden. Evil was introduced to you. Same thing when we're kids. That's why when they say you born gay, no, you're not. It's introduced to you. You understand what I'm saying? It's introduced, right? So evil was introduced to us in the garden. What happened? The first murder ever can show us something, right? Since evil was introduced to us, now let's go to Genesis, right? And let's read actually before we go there, I wanted to read the definition of evil real quick. So let me read this real quick. I wrote it down. Now, this is in the concordance H7451, okay? And I'm going to read this to you. And this is the word evil in the context of Genesis chapter 3, verse 22, right? So it says bad, evil, right? It says adversity, affliction, grief, harm, hurtful, mischief, misery, sorrow, trouble, vex, wicked, worse, wretchedness, and wrong. Right? Now, a couple of words I want to point out is this. Vex. Right? The other one I want to point out vex, and I wanted to put grief. Guess what? Who got grief? If anybody has grief in their life, what is that associated with? Evil. This is where you can start to identify certain things. You can start to say, dang, I got so much sorrow in my life. What is going on? God is telling you there's something evil you got to let go. I got so much sorrow and grief and sadness in my life. Why? Those attributes come through evil, come through sin. You understand? Okay? If you have any of those attributes or any of those traits, then you got to ask yourself, well, wait, hold on, what am I doing, right? Now, I'm going to show y'all that in an example. Let's get Genesis 4 and 3. Let's read that.
Genesis chapter 4, verse 3. On the top.
Yeah, read
in
that.
the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground and offered unto the Most High.
Right.
And Abel, he also brought of the firstling of his flock and of the fat thereof.
Now, everybody knows the story with Cain and Abel, right? Remember, don't forget the fruits of the spirit in your mind. Don't forget that. So Cain and Abel, right? What happened? One brought of fruits and vegetables. One brought of the lamb or the flock, right? So now a lot of people try to say, oh, it was because God didn't want he only likes the lamb and Cain brought vegetables. That's why he got rejected. That's not why Cain got rejected. Cain didn't get rejected for bringing his offering in vegetation. He got rejected because of this. Let's keep reading. Watch this.
And the Most High had respect unto Abel and to his offering.
Mm-hmm.
But unto Cain and to his offering, he had no respect.
He didn't have respect unto Cain's offering. So why didn't he have respect? Let's read.
And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell.
Cain wasn't respected. Why? Because the Most High let him know this. Read.
And the Most High said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen?
Read.
If thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted?
He said, if thou does well, shall you not be accepted? Cain had some deep down spiritual issues with his brother. So the Most High didn't accept Cain's offering because Cain had hatred in his heart. Cain had evil in his heart. Right? Read.
Verse 7 for the top. If thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted?
Read.
And if thou doest not well, sin lying at the door, and unto thee shall he be his desire,
Mm-hmm.
and thou shalt rule over him.
See, the Most High always sends somebody or warns you before you go ahead and commit that transgression. That's why the Most High said, we're going to get it. If you have hate towards your brother, you have already committed murder, because first comes the thought of the hate. Me, we could be real good. We could be real good. Boom. A thought of envy comes in. I'm envying Mosh now. I probably didn't say nothing to nobody. I probably didn't let it be known to anybody. I probably kept it to myself. But in my heart, I'm envying that brother secretly. Most High said you already committed murder. Why? Because first comes the thought, then comes the action. You understand? Most High said this. Let's keep reading. He warned Cain. He said, sin desires to rule over you. Read.
Verse 8. And Cain talked with Abel, his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him.
Mm-hmm.
And the Most High said unto Cain,
Mm-hmm.
where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not.
Mm-hmm.
Am I my brother's keeper?
So guess what happened? He said, where's your brother? He slayed him. He said, wait, you supposed to be your brother's what? You supposed to be your brother's keeper. So right then and there, that was letting you know that Cain had hatred for his brother. Because off top, you supposed to be know what your brother's doing at all times. Cain killed his brother. He had hate in his heart. It started from his heart, and that's why he killed his brother. Now, that's the same thing that can kill us in here. That secret heart, that secret hate can kill you. It can ruin you. If we don't have the fruits of the spirit and moving in righteousness, We can see that. I'm gonna show you. Now, let's go from there and let's get Matthew 5 and 21. We're gonna read 21 all the way down to 24.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 21.
Uh-huh.
From the top.
Mm-hmm.
Ye have heard that it was said by them of old times, thou shalt not kill.
Mm-hmm.
And whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of thy judgment.
Mm-hmm.
But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment.
Mm-hmm.
And whosoever shall say to his
whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause. All of these, you're absent of the fruits of the Spirit. I'm going to show you the power of the fruits in the Spirit. When you understand the fruits of the Spirit and you have a issue with your brother without cause, the fruits of the Spirit is going to tell you, nah, you got to love your brother. So go talk to him first. But when you have a spirit of an evil man, guess what's going to happen? You're not going to do that. You're going to harbor that hate so it can manifest. That pride comes before the destruction. But see, all of these attributes are synonymous. They work together. Love, joy, peace work together. Hatred, malice, wickedness, adultery. Because if you commit adultery with your brother's wife, what happens? You covet your neighbor. You're jealous of your neighbor. Man, how you get that woman like that? I want her. That's where adultery comes from. All of that, all of these envies. That's why you got to be careful of the inner workings of your heart. It's not just about the outer workings. It's about the inner workings of your heart. This is what I begin to lose. Not even lose, but the aggression. Sometimes you be so caught up in being strong, Hebrew Israelites. Sometimes we offend our brother without even knowing it. Sometimes we got to slow down and make sure we still harboring in these fruits of the Spirit, because these spirits right here can creep in on you real quick. You might not even realize it. Might be a thought that comes in and you like, where did that thought come from? You got to check that thought at the door, right? Was that all of that? Was that 24? No, yeah, that was 22. Yeah, go ahead.
But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment.
Mm-hmm.
And whosoever shall say to his brother, Rucka, shall be in danger of the council.
Watch this. It says angry. So it didn't even say that you ate pork or broke a feast day or nothing. It just said anybody that is angry with their brother and sister, because this goes for the women too, without cause, guess what? You're in danger of the hellfire. You're in danger of losing your spot in the kingdom. You understand? Let's keep reading. Read.
Whosoever shall say, thou fool, shall be in danger of hellfire.
Read.
Therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar, and there rememberest that thy brother have aught against thee, leave there thy gift before the altar, and go thy way. First be reconciled to thy brother, and then come and offer thy gift.
And that was Cain's problem. Cain had a hatred towards his brother, and that's why his gift was not taken and received. What does that mean? That means that everybody in here, we're all brothers, right? We're all sisters, brothers, right? We have to be careful not to allow those spirits inside of us to ruin what we got going in our house right now. And it's easier said than done because there's going to be challenges along the way. But we have to remember the fruits of the Spirit. We have to remember, man, I love this brother, man. I really love this brother. I have joy when I see this brother. The moment you start not wanting to see a Jake, you got to really go pray to the Most High. Like, why do I have this animosity towards this person? Let's get an example of that. Let's go to 1 Samuel 18 and 5.
Samuel chapter 18, verse 5. And David went out whatsoever Saul sent him, and behaved himself wisely. And Saul set him over the men of war, and he was accepted in the sight of all the people, and also in the sight of Saul's servant.
Everybody know the story with David and Saul? What happened? David was the man. David was a warrior. David was one of those brothers you wanted to be around. David was like that, you know, that popular kid in school. That was David. Saul was the king. Saul had love for David. Saul had respect for David. Right? And watch what happens. Read.
Verse 6. And it came to pass, as they came, when David was returned from the slaughter of the Philistines, that the woman came out of all the city of Israel, singing and dancing to meet King Saul with temperance, with joy, and with instruments of music.
Now watch this. So all the women, now y'all got to be careful. Brothers, let's be honest. Brothers start getting jealous of brothers. If the women like a brother, brothers get jealous of that. And in that jealousy, this is what happened in real life in the scriptures. The women was dancing and singing. Hey, brothers, be careful. Women breed envy.
Check it at the door, fellas. You're not bringing no hater.
Hey, I'm using this because this is true. Sisters, y'all, brothers love y'all. Sometimes the Most High put it on a brother's spirit, and women just love and gravitate to that brother. And brothers, some brothers might sit back and be like, "How that brother get a true story?" Am I lying?
Y'all know what it is.
We know what it is.
You know, I'm gonna pop it in. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Check that, man. Check that at the door.
We're gonna read it because it's real, because it happened here. Watch this. Saul had no beef. This is how the beef started with Saul and David. Women. He had no issue with David until this happened. Read, watch what happened.
Verse 7. And the women answered one another as they played, and said, Saul had slain thousands, and David his 10,000.
They like, Saul killed thousands, but David? Girl, you seen David? David killed 10,000. Saul like, hold on. That's when Saul started realizing, like, okay, yeah, the brothers was admiring you, but when the women started admiring you, then it's like, okay, hold on, I got to start paying attention. Saul got afraid. Saul started getting fearful. He started having that evil eye, that evil suspicion towards his brother. And once he started having that, all it took was women singing a song about them. That's all it took. It was that easy, that quick. That's how fast those spirits can resonate inside of you. Watch what happened. Read. Watch this. Read.
Verse 8.
And
Saul was very wroth, and the sin displeased him. And he said, they have ascribed unto David 10,000, and to me they have ascribed 1,000. And what can he have more but the kingdom? And Saul eyed David from that day forward.
From that day forward, Saul was like, I got to keep my eye on this dude right here. I got to keep my eye on this dude right here. This dude right here is a threat. And then guess what happened? Let's pick up from there, Mosh. You got that? Read.
It came to pass
yeah.
on the morrow that the evil spirit of God came upon Saul,
Mm-hmm.
and he prophesied in the midst of the house. And David played with his hand.
So watch this. You know what David would do? David would play the harp. Well, this is how much love David had for his brother. David would play the harp because the evil spirit would come bother Saul, right? So Saul now has this feeling in his heart. He looking at David, right? He's looking at David. David playing the harp. Man, this nigga right here, man. How dare they sing about this nigga? David playing music for him to calm his soul. He looking at him like, I hate this nigga, man. I want to kill. That's really what he thinking. You think I'm lying? Let's keep reading. What happened? Read.
As at other times, and there was a javelin in Saul's hand.
Y'all know what a javelin is? A javelin is that spear that you throw. He was sitting there in a chair with a spear in his hand, thinking of all the things, good things David been doing. That envy, that wrath, that hatred start coming in. It start boiling him up. Right? What happened? Read.
And Saul cast the javelin, for he said, I will smite David even to the wall with it.
He said, man, I'm about to smite. You know what a javelin is? A stick with a spear on it. He said he wanted to smite him through the wall with it. That's how much he hated him. That's similar to us today. You got a burner, you trying to gun him down. I'm about to pop him right now. I'm about to give me the burner right now. That's similar to us, the hatred we got towards our brother. Give me the burner right now. I'm about to pop him. I'm about to kill him. That's the same thing Saul was thinking. It says he launched he tried to pierce him through the body. You know how much force you got to throw a javelin to go through your body to pierce the wall? That's how much anger he had built up for David right then and there. He said, I'm about to throw this javelin. I'm going to pierce him through and through. Right? Read.
And David avoided out of his presence twice.
And David, David is, that's a cold dude. David, so imagine you playing the harp, brother throw a spear at you, David dodged it. He dodged it. Boom. He missed it. He got out of there, ran out of there. But guess what? David was, see, now we're going to see two examples of something. We're going to see examples of the flesh attributes. What did we just see? Saul had the example of the what? The flesh, the hatred, the envy. David had the attribute of the what? The spirit. Because David didn't retaliate. David didn't say, oh, this nigga he tried to kill me. Oh, it's on. David could have. David had hands. David was killing giants. But David didn't even do that. David fled because David didn't even want to speak of ill will towards his brother. But that's why the Most High loved David, because David was so pure at heart. He loved his people genuinely. David could have killed Saul multiple times. Saul was sleeping. David came, snuck up on Saul, took a piece of his clothing, and then when Saul woke up, he was like, look, I could have killed you. I could have killed you. What we say today, I could have chipped you, but I didn't do it, right? But Saul was trying to kill him. Let's keep reading. What happened after that? Read. Watch this. Read.
And Saul was afraid of David because the Lord was with him.
And Saul knew that. Saul knew he was afraid. Saul knew he was, man, the Lord is with him. I know I messed up. The Lord is with David now. And you know what? He started getting deeper and deeper and deeper into envy, because what he tried to do, this is when you start finding out that you got delusion and you lost. When you try to go against the will of the Most High God, if the Most High God got the spirit on the brother, no man can stop that. But the hatred and the envy is so much in you that you got to try to figure out how to stop the will of God. It's no way you can stop the will of God. Let's keep reading. Read.
And was departed from Saul.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, Saul removed him from him and made him his captain over 1,000.
Watch this. But guess what Saul did? Saul said, you know what? I'm going to make you a captain. Now that was that in that time, that could be like, dang, Saul made me a captain. Saul just tried to kill me, but Saul just made me a captain. There has to be some type of underlining spiritual wickedness going on. Because why would you make me a captain and you just tried to kill me? Right? Think about that. What was Saul really trying to do? Saul was trying to do something. I'm going to tell you. Read. What was Saul trying to do? Read.
And he went out and came in before the people. And David behaved himself wisely in all his ways. And the Lord was with him.
Watch this. David behaved himself wisely. David didn't do nothing crazy, or David didn't even say Saul tried to kill. Nothing. David was cool. He did what? But guess what? Saul was trying. What was Saul trying to do? Saul was trying to figure out a way to get rid of David. So this is when this is scary. When you got a brother in power that has envy towards another brother, now that's where it gets scary. See, let's say brothers in here, right? Let's say we grow big. We go, right? Congregation big. And you got a young brother coming up. Brother's fiery, teaching on the corner. He eating those precepts up. Then you got the old head, the leader that was used to being the man. You see that young brother, he can manipulate a situation and keep that brother at bay because of the evil. That's what Saul was doing. Saul was using his power. That's why it's dangerous. Power is dangerous. Because what was happening? Saul was able to manipulate a situation and think that he was going to do something to David. Let's find out what he wanted to do to David. Read.
Wherefore, when Saul saw that he behaved himself very wisely, he was afraid of him.
Saul could not bring up an evil occasion against David to have him committed in jail or killed or anything, because David behaved himself wisely. David knew that when Saul threw the javelin at him, he couldn't go and throw the javelin back. Why? Because all of Israel was going to kill it. He was going to be dead. So Saul got afraid of it. He's like, man, this brother moving wisely. But what happened? All of this happened from one single thought. Women singing, David killed his 10,000, Saul killed his thousands. That one single song and thought penetrated in him and created a situation to where he hated David. He wanted to kill him. Let's keep reading. Watch what happened. Read.
But all Israel and Judah loved David because he went out and came in before them.
Read.
And Saul said to David, behold, my elder daughter, Merab, her will I give thee to wife. Only be thy valiant for me
Mhm.
and fight the Lord's battles. For Saul said, let not my hand be upon him,
Mhm.
but let the hand of the Philistines be upon him.
Mhm.
And David said unto Saul, who am I?
Right. So Saul said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give you my daughter into marriage. So that looks like a gift, right? That's a good. Oh, that's a gift. Oh man, he's giving me a gift. He's giving me a present. But what was he actually trying to do? It was a secret. Oh, I'll give you my daughter, but it comes with a price. Read. What was he trying to do? Read.
And what is my life? Are my father's family in Israel, that I should be son-in-law to the king?
So David was already like, I don't know what's going on. Hey, I'm nothing. I'm poor. Why is he treating me like this? Why is Saul treating me so nice like this? You just tried to throw a javelin at me. You just tried to throw a javelin at me to kill me. Why are you being so nice? That's what David is like. I'm poor. I'm nothing. David didn't grow up in no royal family or none of that. So David is like trying to think like, what's going on, Reed?
But it came to pass at the time where Merab, Saul's daughter, should have been given to David, that she was given into Adriel.
Adriel.
He
Meholonite.
Meholonite.
Yeah, Meholonite. There you go. Read.
And Michal, Saul's daughter, loved David, and they told Saul, and the thing pleased him.
Right. So now he ended up giving his daughter to another person. Now Michal, right? She ended up being promised to David, but what was Saul trying to do? Read verse 21.
Verse 21. And Saul said, I will give him her, and she may be a snare to him.
See, the whole time he was like, I'm going to give him my daughter so that it can be a snare to him. You see that? So now he's trying to figure out ways to manipulate a situation to get David out of there because of what? All started with that one thought of envy. You see how that one thought of envy? That's why you got to check that thought. See, what Saul should have did was, no, it's cool. Shoot, at least I killed 1,000. Hey, at least they singing a song about me. That's what Saul should have been thinking. Like, hey, man, David, go ahead with your bad self, man. Matter of fact, blow the horns, we toasting up. David killed 10,000. That's what he should have did. But no, he didn't do that. He got more and more into a sunken place because he allowed that thought of the flesh to resonate in his heart and to manifest. We do that all the time. We do that in our relationships. We do that in our brotherhoods. We let certain things stay within us and we harbor it in and we don't let it out with the spirit of the Mashiach. And what happens is that spirit takes root. It's like a plant. When you let that spirit take root, it's going to grow something in you. And that, if you let envy grow in you, it's going to produce something nasty. Brothers get killed because brothers got Jordans on. Brothers getting killed in the street for shoes because of the envy, the hatred, those little things. That's why the Most High said you got to check that in your heart. Let's keep reading, read.
That the hand of the Philistines may be against him.
Wherefore
Saul said to David, thou shalt this day be my son-in-law, and the one of the 20.
See, so Saul's like, David, you're gonna be like my kid. But in his heart, he said it's gonna be a snare to him. Because what was he gonna have David do? Read.
And Saul commanded his servants, saying, commune with David secretly, and say, behold, the king have delighted in thee, and all his servants love thee.
Right. So now let's get to the point. Let's read verse 25. So he just giving everybody love you, David. Man, David, I love you. I'm gonna give you my daughter. But let's read verse 25. What was Saul really trying to do? Read.
And Saul said, thus shall ye say to David, the king desired not a daughter.
See, so now David, like, okay, I'm about to get your daughter. All right, cool. They giving him this big party, telling him, they're like, cool, okay, you about to let me marry your daughter. Okay, all praises. Now, what's the dowry though? The dowry is what you got to give to the father in order to have his daughter, right? He's like, okay, but what's the catch? What do I got to do? Watch what Saul's telling me you got to do. Read.
But 100 foreskins of the Philistines to be avenged of the king's enemies. He
said, you ain't got to give me no money or nothing like that. You ain't got to. I just need the skin. We know what foreskins are, right? He said, how many Philistines? Read.
100 foreskins of the Philistines.
He said, all I need is 100 foreskins of the Philistines. The Philistines is your most heated enemy. That's like brother telling me, I want to marry your daughter. You like, okay, Go bring me back 100 foreskins of some Edomites. You think they're gonna let me? Let me just take the foreskin. No, I gotta kill him. I gotta kill him first, and then I gotta take the foreskin. He said, you gotta go kill 100 Philistines. How many of us can kill one person? He told David, you gotta kill 100 of them and bring back them foreskins, because Saul thought that'd kill him. So that way it won't look like I killed him. Oh no, he got killed trying to, fighting our enemies and getting a diary. Oh, poor David, let's have a funeral. But in his heart, he like, yes, David is dead. See that? But let's see what happened. Read. This is what happens when the Most High with you, though. When you got the spirit of the fruits of the spirit. This is what happened. Read.
But Saul thought to make David fall by the hand of the Philistines. And when his servants told David these words, it pleased David well to be the king's son-in-law.
So David was like, because David don't even know what's going on. David don't know what's secretly in his heart, that evil, that wickedness, right? David just got the fruits of the spirit. He got love, joy, happiness. He loved his brothers. He like, okay, all right. I bet I'll do that. Because when the spirit of the Most High on you, watch what happened. Read.
And the days were not expired. Wherefore David arose and went, he and his men, and slew all the Philistines 200 men.
He said, I'm going to do you better. I'm going to get 200 of them. David was cold. Huh? He said, I'll do you better than that. I'll go get 200. And guess what? That was in the same day. Guess how Saul was feeling? What? He was sick in his heart. Ooh, that envy started boiling up more. He was like, dang, watch what happened. Read.
And David brought their foreskins, and they gave them in full tale to the king, that he might be the king's son-in-law. And Saul gave him Michal, his daughter, to wife.
Read.
And Saul saw and knew that the Lord was with David, and that Michal, Saul's daughter, loved him.
So you see how it hit you? Look, evil does not win. He tried to kill David. That ended up turning into a double blessing to David. So now I got a beautiful woman on my side. I'm a part of I'm your son-in-law now. And I'm more famous, because he's like, dang, y'all heard what David did? He was supposed to get on here. He got 200. Saul hot. Saul like, man, I just made this man more popular. You see, that's why hating your brother don't get you nowhere. Love your brother. If you see a star, man, right? Guess what, man? If Thaddeus get the mic one day, which he gonna get the mic, and Thaddeus start being fired with the mic, I'm not about to be like, you know what, Thaddeus, man, slow down, man. Let me, chill, sit back, get back. I got this. See my boy, man. I see Nico fire with the mic. He breaking down precepts. People start, hey, where's that brother Nico at, man? Hey, I seen that brother teaching, man. I was looking for that brother, man. That brother really. I'm not about to be like, you know what, Nico, I think you should slow down. I don't really like the way you do things. I don't really like the way you speak. I don't really like, you know what? You need to chill, man. You need to use better judgment, with wisdom, and how you moving. Why would I stop him? And the fruit is bearing witness. Why? You know what that says? That's envy. That's hatred. That's jealousy. And me using, like Saul did, a position of power to stop them from growing. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Brothers grow. We grow in the body. Most High grown us. Sister coming to truth. Virtuous. Nice sister. Two brothers got a liking to that sister. Sister ended up picking one brother. That brother got envy and hate now because the sister picked him. Now he don't like. And guess what? He's still having an evil eye to his brother. Guess what he's doing? He's looking and having jealousy of his brother and coveting his brother's wife. Those spirits don't think that they won't inhabit this room or this building we're going to be in one day. Brothers have to make sure they stay with the love of God, because the love is going to check that. Now, I love my brother, man. I want Nico to win. I want Thaddeus to win. I want Adriel to win. I want D to win. I want everybody in here to win. I want them to be happy. I want the sisters to be happy. That love can continue to grow a body in peace. And that's what Yahweh Shai wanted, right? So y'all see those examples, right, with David? Now, let me tell y'all something else that's real, real scary. This is the scary thing about this story. The scary thing about it is this. Did the Most High forgive Saul? Did he have mercy on him? No. Saul died. Put Saul to death. Eventually, he put Saul to death. Now, the scary thing about it is this. Let's read, let's go to Genesis 38:15. Because I'm going to tell y'all this. The Most High forgave Judah. How many of y'all know Judah slept with a harlot? Judah slept with a harlot. Let's read it. Let's go to Genesis 30 and 15.
Genesis chapter 38 and verse 15. When Judah saw her, he thought her to be an harlot, because she had covered her face. And he turned unto her by the way and said, Go to, I pray thee, let me come in unto thee.
So now Judah, he was trying to go get a harlot. Is that against the law? Yeah. But now what's this? Judah's the top tribe still. Most High still had mercy on him. He didn't judge him. Judah still, we all don't we say we Judites. Most High still had mercy on him. He didn't take him out of the 12 tribes. He didn't take his lot. So you see the Most High had forgiveness and mercy on Judah. Well, let's go to Reuben. Watch this. Watch this. Let's go to Genesis 35 and 22. This is why it's a scary thing, and we can't play with these fruits of the Spirit. Because what I'm showing you is this. The Most High in the scriptures, he has seen, we see it in the scripture where the Most High has forgiven fornication, right? David was forgiven. Judah, Reuben was forgiven. That doesn't mean that they didn't get judged on the earth and go through it, because Reuben got judged for sleeping with his father's wife. He got the headship of the tribes taken away from him. That's why Judah rose up and Reuben had to sit down, because the Most High judged him for that. So they still got repaid what they got repaid for on the earth. But one thing that didn't happen, they didn't do away with their spirit. The Most High forgave. So we got instances where the Most High forgave fornication. But now let's read this real quick. Let's prove that. Let's get Genesis and 35 and 22. Read that.
Genesis chapter 35, verse 22. And it came to pass when Israel dwelt in that land that Reuben went and laid with Bilhah, his father's concubine.
Watch this. Reuben laid with his father's concubine. He committed adultery. But wait, Reuben, yeah, he got punished, but we still see Reuben within that lot of the 12 tribes, don't we? One thing we don't see the Most High to ever forgiven is secret hate towards your brother. He never forgives that. There's nowhere in the scriptures you can tell me where the Most High forgave somebody for hating their brother. There's not one instance. You can see the Most High forgave a lot of people for a lot of different things. But anytime you see when a person had hatred towards his brother, guess what? David's son had hatred towards him. That's even though that was David's son, that was still David's brother. I mean, you know, that was his son, but that was still his brother. He didn't get forgiven. He got killed. Most High killed him. The Most High killed Judas. Anytime you see an aspect of hatred towards your brother, the Most High always kills that person. But we can see where fornication was forgiven. We know Romans 9 says the Most High has mercy on whom he has mercy on. Right? Compassion on whomever he want to have compassion on. But one thing we don't see that he has compassion for is hatred between your brother or sister. You never see that. Never. That's why y'all have to be careful, because that's the one that's overlooked. Well, I ain't saying nothing to nobody. I just got a secret hatred towards them. That's dangerous. The Most High doesn't forgive that. So if you got that in you, you better get rid of it quick, fast, and in a hurry. Anytime, I'm going to show you. Let's go Proverbs real quick, 6 and 16. Proverbs 6 and
Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 16.
Right.
These 6 things doth the Lord hate.
The Most High said, these 6 things the Lord hates. What did he hate?
Yeah, and 7 are an abomination unto him.
He said, and the 7th one is an abomination unto me. So the Most High hates this, like hates this. Right, Reed?
A proud look.
He said he hates the proud. Why does he hate the proud? Because when you're prideful, pride breeds envy, strife, hatred. I'm this, I'm that. And you start seeing somebody else raise up. What's that? That pride is going to make you feel some way. He said he hates pride. Read, what else?
A lying tongue.
He said a lying tongue. Read.
And hands that shed innocent blood.
He said he hated a lying tongue. Somebody that lies on people all the time, right? He said also somebody that sheds innocent blood, right? Read.
Heart that devises evil imaginations.
He said a heart that devises evil imaginations, right? Read.
Feet that is swift and running to mischief.
Feet. Oh, I gotta go see. You know, when we was in school, we ran to the fight. Most High hate that. Why we want to see our brother get beat up? All y'all on social media, that's World Star. The Most High hates you. And you know why the Most High loved Moses? Because guess what? When his brother was fighting each other, guess what? What did Moses do? He broke it up. He said, brothers ain't supposed to be fighting brothers. Right? Most High hate that. It's the spirit. Read. Watch this. Give me
A false witness that speaketh lies.
a false witness. Read.
And he that soweth discord among brethren.
He said the seventh one he hates the most. Him that causes discord amongst brethren. You know why? Man, you got hatred in your heart, so you try to make another brother feel that same hatred for a brother that you feel. The Lord hates that. He hates that. That he's burned up with that. You are gonna get destroyed. And remember, the seventh one is a total. Remember, he said 16 he hates, but the seventh one is an abomination. Yeah, absolutely. He said the seven things I hate, and that's true. The Most High said, "Look, I could have said I hate when you eat pork. He could have said he hate when you don't wear your fringes. He could have said he hate when you don't keep it, but he didn't even say none of that. He said all the things he said he hate is eternal. Did y'all realize that? All the things he said he hate was in here. Forget the faith, the attributes of outside. He said, I hate your heart. If it's wicked, I hate you in your heart. The Most High said what? He doesn't look on the outside appearance of a man, right? He said he look on the heart. So you can smile. They smile in your face. The backstabbers. The Lord like that song. That's a real song because I hate all those things. The backstabber, the backbiter, the one that's discord amongst brethren, hate, envy, strife. That's why we got the feast of Passover, to get rid of that what? That leaven. He said, don't eat the bread of leaven with malice and wickedness, hatred for your brother in your heart. Nah, he said, eat it with peace, love, right? Lord says you got to love your brother. That doesn't mean that if your brother does something bad or if you're disappointed in your brother. No, love is not when you have a disagreement with your brother and y'all not seeing eye to eye, right? That's not hatred. I meant to say hatred is not just like if me and my brother got a disagreement or something, we ain't seeing eye to eye. We might have a little verbal, man, no, I don't see that. No, I don't see that. Hatred now, it becomes hatred when I leave from my brother after we talk and I go to him and I tell him, man, that brother is that brother, man, I hate. That's when it becomes hatred. But if you got to look, iron sharpens iron. Yeah, we got to be bold with our brothers. But then you say, look, man, I still love you. You ain't my enemy. Whatever, when I still love you, you my brother, and I'm not dare going to spread your name and do any bad thing against you. That's hate. Those are not the fruits of the spirit. Fruits of the spirit. What did we read earlier? Temperance. Why you got to have temperance? Long suffering. What is long suffering? Endurance. It says long suffering. So you got to suffer long for your brother. Man, this Jay really getting on my nerves. But I love him. For real.
Yesterday.
Yesterday, man, perfect example.
We could have rushed him. We could have rushed him and flicked him, but we didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. We could have whooped him down. I could have just sick Chad on him. Chad 7'1"? He's 7 feet. Chad, go get him, boy. Go get him, man. Go get him, bro. Chad would have threw him all over the place, and Jakes would have pulled out phones. That's the evil spirit, though. Not supposed to do that. We gotta love them. We gotta love, even when they in their wickedness. We still gotta love them. We rebuke them, yeah, we do, but we love them. It's not the hate. It's not the backbiting. It's not the contention things, right? So let's go from there. The Most High hates those things, right? So let's get John 13 and 18. This is what we don't want to keep. We don't want to create. If any of these spirits is allowed to rule in our establishment, we checking it at the door. And Iran was serious when he told you, brother, man, if y'all see that within any of us, man, tell us, man. Tell us. Even if we don't listen, you tell us like, brother, look, listen to me, y'all. I love you. But right now you acting in pride. I would expect y'all to do the same thing to me, to him, to the sisters. Sisters, y'all too. Sisters got to be able to talk to the sis. Look, listen, I love you, sis. But right now, this is not the best way to go. We got to be able to do that. If you can't do that with me, then you don't really love me. And if I don't expect that from you, then I don't really love you. That's why if we allow these things, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. We got to start to make sure that if you ever make sure, man, I'm so serious, make sure that if you see this in ever, because the scriptures are so pure, the scriptures are so on point. Because guess what? If we all keeping the laws and I got a problem with this, brother, and I go to you and I tell you, I say, look, I got a problem with this, Jay. You know, I'm about to you Nico be no. Don't tell me I don't want to hear it. That's backbiting. Go tell that brother. I leave him. I go to Thaddeus. Hey, man, Thaddeus like look. Go tell that brother, man. I go to Ishbal. Hey, man. Y'all two didn't listen. I'm trying to go to Ishbal. Like, man, did you tell that brother? I go to Chad. I go to Adrian. I go to everybody. I got all the brothers, and all the brothers. The same response is, "Did you tell that brother?" Guess what? Now I can't murmur and complain. So guess that's only one thing I can do: correct it with that brother, or leave. That's how we get rid of the evil spirits. And then guess what? Ishbal and Daddy is talking. Man, that brother said he had a issue with this brother, man. Daddy and Ishbal like, oh yeah, he told me that too. Oh, he told me that. Hold on, we're gonna go get the brother. Hey, brother, you told all of us you had it. Man, stay right here. Hey, come here, man. This brother got a problem with you. Fix it. That's how we keep all of that nonsense out of here. In that order. That's love. And that's how you protect your body. Let's read that. John 13.
John chapter 13 and verse 18. I speak not of you all. I know whom I have chosen, but that the scripture may be fulfilled. He that eateth bread with me have lifted up his heel against me.
See? He that eateth bread with me. The fruits of the spirit is not in a brother that does that and lift up and comes against that brother. Falsely, though, not righteously. Was Judas righteous in his hatred towards Yahushua? Judas hated him, huh? Those are all the fruits of the flesh. Right? And it's going to be amongst our own brothers, right? Let's go from there. Let's go from there and let's go to Acts. Actually, let's not go to Acts. Let's go to 1 Samuel 13 and 13.
First Samuel chapter 13, from the top, 13. And Samuel said to Saul, thou hast done foolishly. Thou hast not kept the commandments of the Most High, thy power, which he commanded thee. For now would the Most High have established thy kingdom upon Israel forever. But now thy kingdom shall not continue. The Most High have sought him a man after his own heart.
So who is that man? That's what Thaddeus said earlier. Who is that man after his own heart? It was David. Let's get a precept for that. Let's go to Acts 13 and 22. Now, a man after his own heart, that means God loved him, right? Why did God love David? Why? I'm gonna show you. Because David has something that the fruits of the spirit is talking about. Let's read that. You got it.
Verse 22. And when he had removed him, he raised up unto him David to be their king, to whom also he gave testimony and said, I have found David, the son of Jesse, a man after my own heart, which shall fulfill all my will.
Right. Now, let's get that. Let's go to 1 John 5 and 3. He said, a man that has fulfilled all my will. What's the will of the Father? How do you know you love God? There you go. 1 John, and let's read 5 and 3.
You want 2 or you want 3?
5 and 3.
3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
You can read 2.
Verse 2. But this we know, that we love the children of the Most High when we love the Most High and keep his commandments.
We love God by doing what? Now, this is where your Christians get confused at. They say, oh, it's only 2 commandments. Love God with all your heart and love your brother. Let's get that. Let's go to Matthew 22:37. It's only 2 commandments. Yeah, we do. We love God and we love our brother. No, I'm going to show you that that's not talking about getting rid of the commandments, but I'm going to show you in love and in the fruits of the spirit, you automatically keep the commandments. Because if I love my brother, am I going to sleep with his wife? No, because I love him. If I love my brother, am I going to rob and steal from him? No. I automatically keep the law because I love my brother. I'm not going to harm him. The law is put in place for those that want to do harm to their brother. That's why. Not for the ones that want to love their brother. That's why I read that scripture earlier. There's no law against that. So guess what, Chad? If you love your brother, you already fulfilling all the commandments. You ain't even got to know all of them because you ain't going to break not one of them because you love them. As far as dealing with your brother. You ain't going to break. You might not even know what adultery is, but you ain't never going to do it because, I mean, in the scripture, you might not even known that the scripture talked about adultery, but you ain't going to do it because you're going to respect the God code. That's my brother. I respect. He can spend a night at my house. I know he ain't going to do nothing with my rib because that's my brother. He loves me. That's love right there, huh? That's love. Come on, man. We know in the world what Jake's doing in the world. They trying to smash your girl. Ray J, I hit it first, right? No, that's real. In the world, they doing all this. So when it says what? Let's read that, Matthew
22, verse 36. Master, which is the great commandment in the law? Yahweh said unto him.
He said, which is the great commandment in the law? Look, brothers, what am I trying to tell you, brothers? I'm trying to tell you, brothers, that yes, keeping fringes beard, that is a commandment. But what is the greatest commandment of all? Love. If you guys simply love each other, you fulfilling what God's will is. It ain't that hard. Watch this, read.
Verse 37. Yahweh said unto him, thou shalt love thy God, thy Lord, thy God, with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind.
Now watch this. It's two sides to that because it says you got to love God too with all your heart and all your soul. So guess what? That means that whatever God tell you to do, what you going to do? You're going to do it. Now you understand why you wear fringes, because I love God. But I just don't understand why we got to do it. I do it because God told me to. I don't even need a reason. I don't even need a reason to keep his law. I don't see why we got to keep a beard. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, I see it's in the Bible, but I don't get it. I just do it because I love God. I don't need an explanation of why. God don't have to explain to me why I can't eat pork. He tell me, I do it. Simple. I love him. Do your wife love you if she only love you in mouth and she out there sleeping around on you? She love you because she gonna stay what? Loyal to you. I love God. God tell me, you know what? I'm reading the scriptures one day. God says, thou shalt not wear white. Oh, snap. I wrong. God said we can't wear white, bro. Well, let me see that. That is, bro. God said we can't wear white. But I don't get why we can't wear white, bro. I don't get it. It's just a color. I don't know. He just said don't do it. So let's not do it. I love him, bro. Let's just not do it. You know when your parents used to tell you something when you was a kid and it didn't make sense? The parent know better than the kid, right? It ain't gonna make sense all the time to you. It don't gotta make sense. Just do it. I don't understand why I can't wear pants, sisters. I don't get it. It's just, I just don't see the big deal. Do you love God? Yeah. Well, just don't do it. It's as simple as that. Keep his commandments. We don't ought to keep the feast days. Man, I love God and I've seen Christ do it, so I'm gonna do it. Simple. You don't that just ain't that simple to keep confusion out the way? It's just we don't even got to get into all those breakdowns of doctrines and scriptural battles. Look, God said do it. Did he say do it? Yeah, he did say do it. Then I'm gonna do it. Did he ever say don't do it? Well, no, it's not no scripture that says he don't do it, but okay, then I'm gonna do it. If he didn't tell me not to, then I'm gonna do it. If he told me to do it and didn't tell me change, I'm gonna do it. Period. Did Yahweh keep Passover? Then I'm gonna do it. Simple as that, huh? And read, keep reading.
Verse 38. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
You know, I'll close the book, man. Got to keep the commandments. All you got to do is love your God, love God, and love your brother. How do you love God? I just love him. Give me an example of how you love him. I just love him. Next time, ask a Christian that. They say, I love you. Ask a Christian, you love God? I love asking them this question. You love God? Yeah, I love God. I'm filled and holy and sanctified with the word. God, I know my Jesus. You know, they say they try to think they personal. I got a personal relationship. I got a personal relationship with God. My relationship is personal. Well, what do you do to please him? I bet you they can't give you an answer. Oh, you pray to him when you need something or when you sick or when you hurt. But what do you do to please him, though? What do you do? How do you please God? They ain't gonna give you an answer because there's only one way to please them. Keeping the commandments, keep what he said, keep. That's it. And the same thing is with your brother. On these, read, they always stop right there, by the way, too. Keep reading.
Verse 40. On these two commandments hang all the law and the
It
prophets.
says on these two, guess what? When you hang, I said it yesterday, brother was yelling, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't really convey the message properly. But yesterday, when you hang up your sweater, do you throw the sweater in the trash? It makes sense. You're hanging the sweater up. You didn't get rid of the sweater. You're using the hanger as a hang, like, okay, this is the hanger, and everything goes on this. So all of the commandments go on the principle and the premise of love. That's what we have to begin to teach within the nation of Israel. Because it's a lot of fighting and arguing and debating. Let's start to teach love, though, because that's what's going to heal our nation. Everybody hates us and we hate ourselves. It's too much of the hate. I'm not talking about Esau and all of that. I'm talking about within our communities, because we love Esau. Whoa, our people will save Esau. Bloods and Crips, they'll kill you fast, but then they'll tell you why you talking about the white man. Real talk. Our people love Esau. I'm talking about loving ourselves, loving our brothers, loving our neighbors, right? Let's go from there. Let's get Galatians 5 and 13 now.
Galatians chapter 5, verse 13. From the top. For brethren, ye have been called unto liberty. Only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh.
Right, read.
But by love serve one another.
It says love do what?
Serve one another.
We have to serve one another, man. You brothers, I have to be a servant to y'all, and vice versa. We got to serve one another. Read.
Verse 14. For all the love is fulfilled in one word.
Right, read. All the law is fulfilled in one word, right? Read.
Even in this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Right. We shall love our neighbor as ourselves. And you got to love your wife as you love your own flesh. The same thing. So, brothers, you can't be out there doing your ribs with dirty either. You got to treat them with love and honor too. And your brother. Because if you offend your rib, then you offended the Most High too. And if you offend your brother, and vice versa for the women. We got to love each other. Build each other up. It's time to love each other, man. I want to love y'all. I don't want to fight and bicker. And I hate that, man. You know, I'm a real passionate guy. I love hard. I do. I'll be mad when brothers be leaving. Man, Chad, you leaving? It's the only time I'm mad at Chad. I'm mad at Chad when he leaving. I'm like, man, all right, like, I know you got to get home to the family, but all right, I'll see you next week. And then I'll be like checking on Jake. Y'all good? Y'all still coming through? I'll still be checking on. Hey, D, you straight up? You coming? Yeah, I'm gonna be there. Okay. I'm like, because I love y'all that much. I'm like, man, Thaddeus, where was you at? Oh, man, my bad. Man, come through, man. You scare me, man. I need my brother over here, man. I love anybody and everybody that's in here. Calvert. We love Calvert.
We really do, though.
I love that brother Calvert, man.
Calvert a fan Fraser. He don't even know.
For real. Love that Jake, man. Jake eating home cooked meals and all that. Put your feet up, feel like a king. I beat him in 2K and everything, but he's still comfortable. I love that brother, man. I love him. It's a good brother. Man, I love brothers, man. Every year, we just met. And I love you out. He was like, man, you know, I'm going to come fellowship. Hopefully I can get some food, but I got to go pick up my daughter. I low-key was like, oh, man, for real? Oh, man, all right. You know, want to tell you come back, but I know it's a far drive, but I know you got to do. But I'm like, I love that brother. I want that brother to be here. My brother Yapu. I love that brother. I'm kind of loud. Yapu. He not even here, but he probably watching online. Yapu, I love you, bro. I'm willing to drive all the way, and y'all can mark me down on this. I am dead serious. If Yapu called me early in the morning, like I need a ride, I will go drive all the way to Palm Desert and drive all the way back to get my brother.
He not lying.
And I'm not lying to you.
He used to drive to Riverside to go get a brother.
San Bernardino.
Yeah, out that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to go get a brother all the time, just to come to camp. So he not lying.
Every Sabbath.
He'll pull up on a flat tire. Hey man, let's go to the gas station real quick. We gotta. That's how Roger get in.
But I got you.
That's how he is.
Man, I love my people, man. I do. It's no joke with me. I love my brothers, man. Every weekend going to San Bernardino, picking my brother up for the Sabbath. I remember, I'll never forget my brother. I love that Jake to this day, man. That Jake, he was choosing either the truth or the military. He was like, man, I'm either going to the truth or the military. I'm like, nah, I'll come to the truth. He like, man, but I'm all the way in San Bernardino. Y'all in LA. How I'm even get to class? You know, he's struggling. I'm like, he didn't even know me. This is when I first met this brother. And I didn't even meet him in person. I met him through a friend, and it was in Arkansas in school. And my friend was about to come back to LA to keep the truth. And he was trying to convince his dorm roommate, to come keep the truth out here. But he like, man, I'm from San Bernardino. I'm not even from LA. So he like, I don't even know that brother. Is that brother really going? I'm like, I guarantee I'm going to come pick you up every Sabbath. He like, I don't even know you like that. I'm like, trust me. I'm going to pick you up every Sabbath in San Bernardino. And to this day, me and that brother laugh about it. I was like, remember I told you I was going to pick you up every Sabbath? He's like, I know you pick me up every Sabbath. So I did. Every Sabbath, Friday night, ask my rib. I drove out there every Friday evening to go get that brother and bring him back. And take him back home. That's love. I really love my people, and everybody got to reciprocate that love. If we all give that love to each other, how can we lose? We can't lose. Let's keep reading that. Read.
Verse 15.
Verse 15.
But if ye bite and devour one another.
But if we devour one another, right? Read.
Take heed that ye be not consumed one another.
We're gonna consume one another when we do that. Why would we devour one another and speak ill and try to destroy one another? That's not right. Was that what verse was that?
15.
Okay, read to 16.
Verse 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
What's the spirit we read earlier? Love, joy, peace, happiness. If you walk in that energy, that's the secret. It's deep, but it ain't that deep. All you got to do is walk in love, and you are good. I don't know what I got to do. Walk in love. And you straight with the Lord and with men. Walk in love with the Lord, you're going to fulfill everything he say. Walk in love with your brother, you ain't going to do nothing to trespass against him. You're good. We can close the book, and right now you can say, damn, I know what I got to do. All I got to do is love God and study his word. Study what I need to do not to offend my brother. You don't need to be no whiz and break down super dark sayings and prophecies and break down. I'm the top. You ain't got to do none of that. You might not even know how to do that. But what you do know how to do is love your brother and love God. You straight. That's all you need to know how to do. Most High said you can be the most smartest, wisest person, and I will do away with you because you got hatred in your heart. And watch when the spirit start working with you. Because when you got love for your brother, man, you don't even realize it. You start elevating. People start taking to you, gravitating to you, liking you, and all that. You like, dang, I didn't even ask for none of this. But God has favor with you because all you doing is loving your people.
You want me to get that precept for you?
Go ahead. And people are attracted to good people. Read, watch this.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 37, verse 19. There is one that is wise and teacheth many, and yet is unprofitable to himself.
Facts. And I'm sorry, I just glanced over. A brother said, come holler at me. I'm in San Bernardino. I got you. I'm going to holler at you, man.
Hey, yeah, tell him to email us.
My brother going to give you the email, man. Email, what is it? Trucking.
Believers of the way.
Yeah, go ahead. Write the email down. I guarantee I'm going to pull up on him in San Bernardino. Me and San Bernardino, we're going to pull up on him. We're going to talk.
I'm going to email. I'm going to get an email right here.
Yeah, email, yeah. See that? That's what I'm talking about. That's what we here for. We here to love our brothers, man. We really do love our brothers, man. And that's the energy we want to keep up. Can we feast tonight and have a good time? Can I get one precept? Let's get one more while he's doing that. That's all good. Let me, whoever can get it. Let me get Psalms 133 and 1. Let's get this last precept. Hey, you in San Bernardino? Email us. That's our email. Email us your contact information, your phone number, and I'll get to you. We'll get to you. All right. And I guarantee we'll pull up on you.
Psalms chapter 133, verse 1. Behold, how good and how pleasant is it for brethren to dwell together in unity.
Are we dwelling together in unity right now, brothers? Ain't it beautiful? Ain't it beautiful? It's beautiful that we dwelling in this. That's why you think the Most High, he got so many feast days. He's like, I want y'all to sup together. He said, I want y'all to drink together, eat together, fill your bellies, kick your feet up, listen to some music, play some cards, whatever. Israel, we like to hang. The Most High like that. He gave us 12 feast days, and then on top of that, he gave us a weekly Sabbath to come see each other. And every month, a new month.
And think about it. Every time we at Rotten House, it feel like a movie. It's like a function, right? Every time we're here, especially when Ishbal and his real come down, it's like a function.
Oh man, when they come, hey, when the brothers come down from
Clap it up for them, man. They travel like over 300 miles, man.
man, I be, hey,
Clap it up for them, man.
when they come down, I be like, man, I was sad. I was like, man, y'all not coming, man. Said, all right, it's cool. I understand. But you know, and we gonna get out there to them brothers too. Right. Facts. Trust me. We are. Man, I love y'all. So let's feast, have a good time, enjoy each other. Let's drink a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Have a little festive time. We got some card games or something. I got dominoes in the back. We're gonna play some music, man. Let's have a festive time. I love y'all, right? Let's pray it out, man. Shalom, everybody online. Love y'all too. And if you want to get in contact with us, our email is at the bottom. Believers of the Way. Email us your contact information and we'll get at you. Shalom, family.